Hi everyone, it's Stephanie. Welcome to today's video that is an introduction and overview to using any notebook or journal to make life more positive. So if you are a beginner or just starting out, or if you are just coming back to using a notebook or journal in your life, you have landed on the right video. Today's video is divided into two parts. The first part is going to be focusing on finding our reason why we want to use a notebook or journal to make life better. And then the second part is going to be the setup or the system that you choose to use that best serves your needs. So let's jump into our very first part here, focusing on our why. On the screen, you see lots of different reasons why someone might reach for a notebook or journal, including getting organized, using it as a planner, maybe as a tool to relax or express emotions, prepare for life changes. Maybe I'm dealing with some anxiety or depression, processing therapy. There's lots of reasons why we grab notebooks. Me, in particular, I am lots of different things like you are. I am a wife, I'm a mom, I am a teacher/literacy coach, and I also love tons of different things that I need help organizing and also prioritizing in my life. And so on the screen, you see lots of different reasons why someone might use a notebook or journal. There's also 6 major reasons why people journal. They want to feel more productive. They would like to let their feelings out. They want to be inspired. They'd like to reflect on something that happened. They want to learn something new, or they just want to set some goals. And I find when I talk to people, it's one of these 6 reasons. Now, you may also have some ideas about what you think journaling is and what it should look like. So here are some pictures on the screen, or maybe some doodles or icons or banners, what you think should be included on a layout, or what you think is going to need to be like a prerequisite for it, or maybe an artistic layout that you have. And these things are really inspiring, but they're not all necessary. And so I get lots of questions ahead of time about journaling and bullet journaling that it seems really complicated. Do I have time for this? And I would argue that you don't have time to not have a notebook or journal with you in order to organize and make life simpler, easy, and less complicated. Do you have to carry your bullet journal everywhere you go? Absolutely not. Find a system that works for you. I really like to have a smaller notebook with me to jot down some notes, and I have some larger notebooks at home. You can really decide what works for you. My handwriting is terrible. Can I still bullet journal? As someone whose handwriting is really terrible and I try to really concentrate in videos and in my own classroom, you can definitely have not great handwriting and bullet journal. As long as you can read it, you are all set. I see tons of journals that look like art. What if I'm not artistic? Completely 100% fine. And maybe it's an opportunity for you to explore a different avenue like drawing or art or using color or markers to kind of get creative. I love my apps or my phone for organizing my life. How does journaling fit in? I think you'll find a system. And so oftentimes a notebook or journal for one area of life that you really want to focus on is a really great accompaniment to apps or computer-based things. Is bullet journaling gender specific? Absolutely not. Everyone can journal. It benefits every single person and helps them with organization, planning, and also just being more positive. So go ahead and grab whatever notebook or journal you have on hand, and let's go ahead and set it up for a self-check-in. There are 5 really different statements or questions that can help guide you toward this why journal. Now, if you already know the reason why you'd like to journal, by all means, let's jump in. Let's move on to a different video or a blog post and kind of see other things that we can use. But I often will come back to this exercise to refocus myself or get myself back on track if I feel like I'm unorganized or I just feel a little chaotic. So the first check-in is I feel. The second is I need. The third is I'm grateful for. The fourth is I'm happiest when. And the 5th is I affirm. And so what do you feel? Like, what's going on? What do you really need? What are you grateful for currently in life and what's happiest? Because those things can really ground us. And then affirm what's going well for you. Something is going right. Now, on the opposite side, there are some different reasons why people journal, and I would invite you to take what you need. And so if you are just wanting to journal and notebook to process feelings or memories, dedicate your journal or notebook to using that. If you'd like to use it to relax or maybe start a morning or evening routine, do that. Maybe you want to set some goals, or maybe you want to use it for one specific purpose, do that. Maybe you'd like to combine all of these into the same notebook and kind of keep track of different things that are going on. And there is no right or wrong answer for why you want to journal. So a lot of these different feelings and emotions tie back again to those 6 different reasons why people journal. Again, to be productive, to learn something new, to reflect, to feel inspired, to set some goals, and to process and review those memories that we have, those feelings and emotions. So go ahead and choose on here between your self-check-in and your reflection page what's really important to you, what you think you'd like to use your notebook or journal for, what's the focus for your work inside your notebook or journal, and go ahead and just mark it down on the pages. If you need to pause the video, it's a great time to do that in order to kind of get situated and to really understand what's driving you to use this awesome tool for positivity. Now that you have taken some time to figure out your why you'd like to grab a notebook or journal to make life more positive, now it's time to maybe look at what system you'd like to use that really caters to making this journal work for you. And so I would invite you to pause the screen and take a closer look at these questions and really kind of figure out some answers, whether or not you want to use something like a bullet journal that has an open layout, or a pre-printed system like a passion planner, for example, that already has the layouts made. Do you want to keep track of your habits? How much space do you need? How much time do you want to dedicate to this each day? What has worked already in the past and what hasn't worked? And so things that you like, things that you dislike, and you can really kind of think about what planner or organization or notebook do I like and what has worked for me, what I want to take moving forward, and what could get better using my system. So on the screen is just another overview of the systems that you can choose from in place. Bullet journaling itself is a system that you can choose to use using just dots to kind of keep track of different events, tasks, or appointments. You've already talked about why and materials. There are some hashtags on there that you can follow. And then coming back to those reasons will really determine what system you'd like to use. So for example, if you're just focusing on productivity, maybe looking at like a traditional planner setup might be in your best interest. And so thinking about these basics and the setup that you'd like to use, I would invite you to dive in and try some different layouts. I can't wait to see what you come up with. And as always, you can head over to www.writingmindset.org to see more information about journaling, but also posts and information about teaching, motherhood, and finding wellness.